Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and others. Welcome back to the Nipa TV show. I'm your host, Nipa TV, and I'm going to go ahead and be commentating a StarCraft Brood War game between two random players that I found on broodwarreplays.com. It's the map, I believe, is Fighting Spirit. It's definitely a good guess considering the fact that Fighting Spirit is a majority of the maps for replays. But let's go ahead and introduce the players. We have at the top right as the pink Protoss Jet JIHOU, or JIHOU. Call him Jat for short. That might be his clan, so JIHOU, just to be safe. We'll do JIHOU. Then at the bottom left as, I think that's blue or purple, I'm not sure. I'm going to go blue. Blue Zerg. His name is 1123. We'll call him 11 for short. And it is a Protoss versus Zerg, so we are definitely going to see that Forge Fast Expand that we do see a lot in Protoss versus Zerg, quite a bit. The Zerg will probably go to Spire, so they'll go Zerglings into Spire, and then afterwards they'll do Hydralisk Den. They'll get that composition, they'll get that Zergling and Mutalisk combo, and then two Hydralisk and Lurkers, which are fun to see. Probe is scouting on the left side of the map, does not see his opponent over there, so he is going to head on down southbound. Based on basic math, I'm pretty sure that JIHOU is going to find his Zerg opponent. 1123, I'll just say 1123. 1123 is actually grabbing his expansion before spawning pool. He's actually going hatch first, so not sure if that's as greedy, or I'm not sure if that is greedy in Brood War. I know in StarCraft 2, you could easily go hatch first pretty much every game after spawning pool, considering the amount of workers you get, but this is Brood War. You only get 4 workers, so your chances of succeeding in that field are definitely lower for sure. Spawning pool is being created as well. Probe is actually getting focused down. We'll see if it does go down. I'm guessing not really. Don't believe so, but 1123 is going to continually chase that probe. Doesn't want him getting any other scouting information. Even attacking with his scouting drone over here. 1123 almost loses his drone here. It's down to 10 HP. Does regenerate over time. Forgot about that. Very slowly, as we can see. But 1123 does know where his opponent is, and so does JIHOU. So that is cool. They know where each other are. Switch to the old graphics. Gonna be cool like that. Oh man, look how old this looks. Gosh, it's awesome. I love it. You know, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, it doesn't look too different. Obviously, it's more pixelated than the original one, but you know, they did a good job with the HD version, in my opinion. Wow, we actually see a third base being made for 1123 at the top side of the map. And that is cool to see. A lot of these sneaky bases I've been seeing in Brood War a lot. Don't really see that in StarCraft 2 that much. Really cool. Really cool. Something different. Something nice and spicy. Got an interesting wall off here for JIHOU. Gonna be able to get a Zealot here. I don't know if this is complete or not, because as we know, Brood War wall offs have to be very precise. But certainly there is not there are more than one way. There is more than one way to build a wall in the game. Of course, it does have to be precise still, depending on which version you do. That tree is almost done for 113. Getting his metabolic boost, so Zerglings will be nice and speedy boy Gonzalez. See, I think he's getting 6 sets of link. I ain't correct about that. No, he's getting a drone, so 5 sets of links. Probe is scouting for JIHOU. Try to see what's what. That's actually a lot of Zerglings. Not sure that they'll be able to do any damage, but I don't see a Zealot. Well, Zealot is being produced. It actually does get canceled. There is one Zealot back at the base for JIHOU. He is going to hold position his Zealot right here next to the gateway and pylon. I wonder if these Zerglings will go through there. Not actually going to continue being aggressive, though. JIHOU is in the clear. Of course, we see that Stargate, as the Protesters like to do. Get those Corsairs rolling, try to do some rest, get some map control. Get those Corsairs, destroy the Overlords. We have that Spire going down. Like clockwork, the meta is pretty much the same, even today. Things are scanning around, probably checking for Protoss, any other bases from JIHOU. Things are moving up, getting a little ambitious. At one Zergling, you just like, hey, let me in. And finally does get in, so that's cool. And another hatchery going down. Is that a macro hatch? Oh my goodness, that Zergling so fast on creep, obviously. This probe is going to focus down. We'll see if the Zergling kills it. Most likely he will get it, so that will be a win. 1123's part. Oh, 2 HP. Gonna get it. Come on, get him. Oh my god. Probe is moving so fast, this micro's crazy. We must save. Probe, save yourself. See if he does a spin move on the ramp. Does not do it. That Zergling is gonna go down. Got some Scourges being produced at this time. We got some Dark Templars actually being produced as well. And the probe finally goes down. Very fun stuff. And we have another base being produced for 1123 is getting his 4th base down. I really do like this. He's definitely has a long distance from his bases, but if he could secure all of these bases in a subsequent manner, be able to get some pretty nice map control. Dark Templars are moving out. Overlords do have that detection. 1123 will be able to see those Dark Templars. Does he know is the question. Zerglings are kind of moving all over. I don't think he knows about these DTs. Got 3 Corsairs moving out. This Overlord is going to be lunch meat pretty soon. Dark Templar is moving in. We'll see how much damage it does. Now, in Brood War, there's no indicator to show that your drones are under attack. Or sound effect, rather. Drones are being moved, so 1123 does know. That is certainly different. Dark 2, for sure. Temple looks like he's doing more of a scouting mission, if anything. Lord is set. Does see that Dark Templar, and he's gonna chill up there. Got a High Templar, a single High Templar just moving around. Does have enough for Storm now if he's under attack, but that is kind of risky. We got some Scourges. But where were those Corsairs? Did they get taken out by Scourges? I think they might have been while I was looking at the DTs. Dark Templar might get focused here. Getting out of there. Does make it out. He's gonna move over. There is an Overlord here, and that Dark Templar does die. Only gets 1 drone kill total. Small set of Zealots. And JIHOU is going to transition to the Zealot Templar kind of composition. We have a sunken colony for 1123 at the 3rd base of himself. I don't think that'll be enough to stop these Zealots. These are a lot of Zealots, and they're going to try to do as much economic damage as possible. But this is all of JIHOU's forces. There's a Dark Templar that's actually trying to cut off reinforcements. No Overlord to detect it. And the colonies are damaging. The Zealots 2 do go down. I believe that there were 5 total originally. Zealots are going to just move on to the 4th base, try to get some drone kills. Idols are moving to defend. And this Zealot force is going to be thwarted for sure. And at the same time, we have another attack for the Zealots down at the natural base. We got 4 Zealots and a Dark Templar. See how much damage they do. He decides to pull them back. JIHOU does, that is. Simply too many forces from 1123. The Zealots did get clean up at the top side. Very nice defense from 1123. I still do not see those Corsairs. I'm going to assume... Okay, here they are. I think that they were just chilling in the main base. So they're going to try to do... Harass, or they're just going to chill over here. That's cool, too. Let's start moving in, and we do see a 3rd base going down for JIHOU to try to get more of an economic edge in this game. JIHOU actually does see the Scourges in the sky. He is not going to move out these Corsairs one bit. Unless 1123 does not know how to control them. The large Zealot force heading on down to the natural base of 1123, but they are going to get sandwiched because reinforcements from the north are coming to converge on their location. But there are no Zerglings to soak up the damage and soak up the damage from the Zealots. So that that army group is going to move back. There's a pretty substantial defense at the natural base. And we do see some kiting from 1123. He's not quite kiting. I don't know about this one. I feel like the Zealots will win, especially with those Zealot legs that they have. I actually see the Dragoon attack range upgrade being researched at this time for JIHOU. And I don't see a Dragoon being produced at all for him, though. It is interesting. Maybe it's one of those things, better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it kind of thing. That would be my best guess. Carapace is being researched at this time. Same with ground weapons for JIHOU. We have lurkers being produced as well. Lurkers will definitely be very nice for these Zealots that are moving up to the third base of 1123. And we actually, it looks like there was a drop off in the fourth base. And 1123 continually defending against this. For the 3 Corsair trio group are just chilling over there. 1123 is definitely looking strong at this time. More Zealots are being produced for JIHOU. So his forces are going to look very scary at some point. JIHOU is going to head down to the natural base expansion of 1123. We have a Hydralisk that is going to go down pretty much instantly, but lurkers are a thing. They do thwart those Zealots. Have some observers as well. Curious what JIHOU is going to tech in after these Templar Zealot combos. Lurkers have a nice concave, do thwart these Zealots. You have a High Templar coming in. They does have enough for a storm. Does land it. Lands another storm. Does a decent amount of damage. But 1123 is going to respond with making those damage Hydralisks into lurkers. Very smart on his part. And 1123 getting a little angsty, or getting a little anxious, or was it ambitious? There we go, ambitious. Moving out, but he does clear up some Zealots. JIHOU is going to move up to the third. He kind of is in an indecision on where to go at this time. Probably just focusing on his macro. Maybe these are on patrol or something like that. Have some idle drones over here. Sure, that's fine, because 1123 is focusing on spending so much at this time. JIHOU is going to grab his fourth base over here. Definitely try to secure it. He does have a bunch of cannons. I am curious why shield battery isn't used in Brood War much. Maybe they're not that great game, but who knows. Large Zealot force is going to help secure this fourth base. Lurker is being burrowed as well. Some adrenal glands from the Zerglings. That's going to make him quite formidable. That means that the hive is done. So that does mean that 1123 could get those Ultralisks and some other high-tech units. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets a Dark Swarm stuff. Actually does break the photon cannon wall, and base has to be canceled for JIHOU, so still stuck on 3 bases. Would be definitely a fantastic time to expand for 1123. But he is not doing that at this time. Here's what he is doing. Getting a Defiler mound, so he will get those Defilers, get that Dark Swarm, really nice for his Zerglings. Make those ranged units not be able to fire on those Zerglings. You see a huge force from JIHOU, lots of Dragoons, lots of Zealots. Even as a High Templar, it has 3 High Templars in the mix. So those Side Storms will be quite formidable. We'll see if they do connect. Lots of forces moving in. Got a Side Storm on the main force of 1123. I don't see anything for defense here, really. I don't see any forces at all, actually. There's some forces up here for 1123. There are some lurkers that are doing some pretty good damage, and an Archon's actually being morphed. And I don't see any the observer is over here. These lurkers are actually cleared up most of JIHOU's forces, if not virtually all of them. So never underestimate the power of lurkers, because they're pretty dang good, it looks like. More reinforcements are being sent. They're not that huge for sure. Archon does go down. Corsairs are focusing the Overlords. See the consumability for the Defiler. I believe that trades units life for energy, if not just life, but their entire lives. I'm not sure about that one, but very similar to the Viper consume ability or whatever that is, where the drain ability where you drain structures. And JIHOU is in kind of a tough place. He has some shuttles that are loading up some ground units to try to do some harass. When he's going to stay more on the defensive. Drone was trying to build a 5th base for 1123, but that Zealot was chilling there, and smartly 1123 is just going to send another one over since that Zealot is occupied. It does die, as you could hear. Have that 5th base going down. Half of the map being secured, minus this middle base, which I never see taken. For a good reason, probably. Oh, you know what? Is this isn't Python, is it? No, Python has the snake. It has to be Fighting Spirit. Am I crazy? Probably. JIHOU is trying to secure his 4th base, but these Hydrals are preventing him from doing that. And what happens, I think these Overlords are going to fill up with units, and we'll probably see a death drop based on the movement, but I could be wrong about that. Shuttles are moving out. 1123 does see this. JIHOU is building his 4th base actually up here, north side. I do like this. Easier access to get to his bases. So he is cut off from this, which could give him an economic disadvantage at some point for sure. 2 Archons. What does this look like in the old mode? Nice and blurry. I like it. Ooh. Looks really cool. I don't mind it, actually. I can play both. I'm sure many people can, especially the ones that actually played it way back in the day. I remember playing StarCraft Brood War for the first time in 2009. That's when I knew nothing about StarCraft. I was hooked. Then 2 came out, and I was even more hooked. Dark Swarm does go down, and these Zerglings aren't taking any damage. Sorting to Storms. JIHOU's resorting to Storms to try to take him out. And yeah, JIHOU can't really do anything because Dark Swarms are pretty great. I wonder how long those last. They seem like they're lasting a really long time. 20 seconds, I'd say, probably. And Nexus does go down. You have a Lurker being morphed, but as we know, Cocoons are freaking tanky, dude. But I guess it doesn't matter for this Protoss Force because it does go down. Nice. See what else JIHOU does. We just see a bunch of tier 1, tier 2 units, tier 3 units. Higher tech. More Carapace upgrade going down 41123. Going crazy right now. 2 Defilers, they're doing the little swivel thing over here. That is cool to see. JIHOU is securing this base up here. Lots of photon cannons. Many pylons to support those, but not as important in Brute War that is in StarCraft 2 to get multiple pylons, but he did. JIHOU has +3 upgrades for his damage and only +1 for his armor. Working on that right now. Pretty formidable force from JIHOU heading on down. Gonna go for the exposed middle base here. But 1123 could definitely respond with a sandwich, which is going to do such a thing. No, just sends a couple other forces. The colony did buy some time. Nice Psy Storm on... Huge Psy Storms actually on the Lurkers. It's actually going to kill at least 2 of them. Yeah. Still 1 Lurker remaining. Still surprised that 1123 is not sending his troops down to defend this. I guess he just realizes it's already gone. Might as well let the Protoss just leave. See what JIHOU does. Has some Overlords chilling over here, hilariously enough. Bases are still untouched, really. Zerglings are defending that area. Still a decent amount of forces from JIHOU. Lots of High Templars as well. We have about 7 here. 8, I think. See what JIHOU ends up transitioning into. A lot of these engagements are just back and forth, back and forth. I gain some ground, you gain some ground. Zerglings being produced. We got missile attacks. Definitely help those Hydralisks do some fat damage. 1123 is going to reclaim his middle base that he did lose. Looks like we have some Hydralisks and some Defilers getting picked up. This Overlord may go down, but no, those Archon's range are still pretty crappy in Brood War. Looks like JIHOU really wants to secure this next base. Here the top side, which is actually a really nice strategic location. Even has 2 High Templars to defend versus anything that goes up there, which is really cool to see. Dark Cloud, Dark Swarm was put down there. Guns are moving up. Goons and some Zealots. Cutting off some forces here. Lurkers need to burrow because they are exposed. Instead, they're just going to take off. Dark Swarm does go down on the Lurkers. These Zealots can't really damage these Lurkers. So it's a nice Dark Swarm. Filers do go down. Probably going to force a... Oh no, they do take it out. Nice. JIHOU does take it out. I'm not sure if he was attacking his own forces to use that splashes damage, because I don't see an observer at all. He has plenty of observers. Should have that observer speed upgrade, actually. And we have 1 Lurker defending the middle base here. JIHOU is going to try to reclaim the Holy Land here. Nice size storm on these trio of Lurkers. Hydras that are focusing down the Archons. Probably not an optimal straight up fight for 1123. He does have the Defiler. Don't know if he has enough energy for anything, though. You see a sandwich going down. Zerglings coming on from the right side, trying to cut off the forces. Hydras are moving in, trying to take advantage, trying to poke off as much as they can. And Hydralisks are kind of staying put, but I don't think they could take on that many Protoss forces. So both players kind of back off a little bit. Smart on both their part. See what else we got going here. More upgrades coming out. I'm curious what JIHOU's going to do. Is he going to secure these bases, or is 1123 going to secure those bases? I believe that both players are economically stable, if not rich. Very rich. Both fronts. Maybe getting another base is not the way to go. Getting more units is probably the way to go. Got a Dark Cloud going down on where the Lurkers are. The Lurkers do die, except for this one here. Doing some nice damage. Forces are looking kind of low for 1123. Scourges. Don't really need to use them anymore. JIHOU doesn't look like he's going Sky Toss time soon. But hey, I could be wrong about it. Be going for carriers next, but Reaver. You do have a Reaver that is produced, has 5 Scarabs. Reavers do crap ton of damage. You see the shuttles being produced too, and they probably have the speed upgrade for the shuttles. Really help maneuver those Reavers and do more harass. Neural line against 1123. Some Lurkers are already burrowed, doing quite a bit of damage. Nice Dark Swarm on them. Unable to be attacked. Very nice position. Storms are being forced. And Lurkers do go down, but they did have a nice position. Once again, JIHOU is going to go for the middle base of 1123. Decides to back off. He may be going up here. These Lurkers are way out of position. They will probably be picked up by the Overlord. One of the Overlords has 2. And yeah, JIHOU is going to try to attack the third base. Only 2 sunken colonies. 2 more in the back here to defend versus JIHOU's forces. 1123 does have some Lurkers. They are burrowing. Does he have Defilers anywhere? I don't see any. See one here. There we go. Get a Dark Swarm roll, and that'll be nice. Does actually thwart JIHOU's forces. Very nice defense from 1123. Very nice indeed. Else. This game takes us. Crazy late game. I've never seen a Brood War game this long. It's crazy. As we can see at the income is very high. Both players. 1123 actually has a surprisingly large amount of gas. And both are pretty even on minerals. But, you know, man, balance. You need more minerals. Go get more bases, dude. Go get more bases. 1123 is easy. I do like his Overlord spread. This is really cool to see. Has some nice map map control. You have JIHOU moving into the third base of 1123. Nice Storm does go down. We have some Scourges. Not sure what they're going to be used for, but hey, they're nice to have, I'm sure. Lurkers have a nice concave going down. We have some Hydralisks moving over. Dark Swarm does go down. Hydralisks are kiting out the JIHOU's forces. High Templars are being focused. Doesn't have enough energy for Storm at all. One of the other ones did though. Very nice storms on the Zerg player on 1123, and JIHOU is looking pretty healthy in terms of his army. These Sun colonies are going to thwart, as well as some of the Lurkers here. Got some Hydralisks being produced. We have 5 Hydralisks and 10 Lings being produced. Sun colonies are focusing down the Dragoons, taking them out and dice very nicely. We have some Zealot reinforcements coming from downtown, and at the same time we have some Zerglings, but they do have a General Gland, so these are no pushover Zerglings for sure. May even have a bunch of upgrades. 1123 is actually maxed on Carapace. We have 13 Hydralisks being produced at this time. Dark Swarm does go down. Does protect this Defiler. And we have, again, a very nice defense from 1123, but some Zealots are still in that field. But looks like he is going to hold pretty nicely here. More Zealots are on the way. Yeah. Nice and clear. What are the upgrades? We actually have a +2 on the Hydralisks. Archon was doing quite a bit of damage. Does get focused. More units moving in. And this base is actually fully mined out, so this position really doesn't serve a purpose besides getting the larva here for more units. And ballsy enough, JIHOU is going to try to take that middle base. I do like this quite a bit. Try to gain some map control. Does have to cancel it though. Lots of Zerg forces coming in. Nice storm on the Hydra count here. Have an Archon as well. Have some Zerglings being consumed. So it does kill them flat out. So it looks like killing your Zerglings is definitely the way to go for Defilers. I'm sure some people have already are just like, yeah, of course, duh, they're the weakest, idiot. I'm just like, yeah, I'm an idiot. We have some Lurkers being morphed from the Hydralisks. Looks like JIHOU is going to try to take back the Holy Land. He's going to try to reclaim, get some bases since his middle base was taken down. He's like, I'm going to conquer someplace else. Lots of Lurkers. And a Dark Swarm goes down, so this will be a lot of damage. Will definitely be a thorn in JIHOU's side. And I didn't even realize this, but 1123 actually had a base down here. And it looked like it was already damaged before, so I neglected to see that a long time ago. That's my bad. 1123 does defend it. The attack does need to make another hatchery because if his creep goes down, that Nidus Canal gonna be destroyed. That's no bueno. No bueno for him. More Defilers being produced. We have another hatchery going down. That is the hatchery that is replacing the one that did die. I'm surprised this base is not being taken from 1123. I'm sure it will be taken at some point. Right now, these two players just real back and forth battle. Lurkers aren't in position. Dark Swarm is going down. Goons are trying to focus what they can. Lurkers do get focused. Stardust Force is looking a little scary right now as compared to 1123. Rockets are being burrowed here. Nice position at the third base. This middle base is not mined out at all. I believe, yes. So the third base of JIHOU is mined out, so that is why he is desperately trying to get a base going. Natural is mined out. Main is mined out. His only working base is this top base, which is a bunch of probes in it. Yeah, JIHOU really needs to make some effort, or else his economy is just going to go down eventually. I mean, it's already not looking so hot right now, especially on one base. No bueno. He does have some constant gas protection, though, for sure. This is depleted now. Curious why it's still gathering gas. Maybe that's just a Brood War thing. This base is actually depleted too, so this is it. This is all he's got. JIHOU is moving out. 1, 2, 3 has quite a high Hydralisk count. Filers are dark swarming. They're getting up in the grill. And JIHOU is just going to try to do one last push, it looks like. He may be successful. There's some troops, lots of troops, not being utilized for 1, 1, 2, 3 at all. They are moving out now. Worker is defending against these Archons here. Dragoons. But if this attack fails, I feel like JIHOU will be out of this game. Oh bueno. Or he wanted to win. Who goes into a game and doesn't want to win? Unless you're trolling, I suppose. 1, 1, 2, 3 is going to. I don't know what he's doing. Is he sacking his main? Might be sacking his main. Who knows? I don't see any other production for JIHOU. He has some zealots here, but yeah. Good. Main base is being taken out for a 1, 1, 2, 3. A hive replacement at all? I think so. An Archon actually being summoned over here at the bottom right side. Curious what? Do? Not even bothering to replace his structures. Weird to me. I feel like as soon as you see your main base going down, start planning those structures that you're gonna lose. Not doing that at all. Interesting. Maybe he's gambling here. I really don't know. Still has his Hydrogen. He could still produce a bunch of Hydralisks and Lurkers. So he's got that going for him. Not sure. JIHOU is going to try to secure the mid base. If he secures this mid base, that is going to look really good for him, for sure. Does get taken down. Oh, we have a Dark Templar with 11 kills. That's pretty good too. Destroys the economy over here for 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3 actually has 2 working bases, really. All these drones. Got 3 drones here. But right now, 1, 2, 3 is only on 2 bases. Doesn't have that many forces. Can't replenish his forces because he didn't build any of the structures. So is he gonna just go for it? We'll see. Got some Lurkers going down. Defiler makes that Dark Swarm. We'll see how much damage he could do, but Protoss could just walk away like he's doing. High Templars again focused. That is actually pretty big. Archon moving down. Same with the Dragoon. This is probably going to be the last fight. Lots of Lurkers here. I don't see any detection for JIHOU. They're the observers, so they are focused now. Lurkers are going to get focused down. Let's see how much damage they could do, but those Archons are pretty tanky. Ooh. Getting pretty close. More Hydralisks are being produced. 10. The space is finally up for JIHOU, so he is going to get some minerals. Yes, and he's transferring all of his probes to that middle base because that's all he's got. So this is definitely his Alamo right here. Except it could be anyone's fight at this time. Rounded. Still quite huge forces for 2-3, and this is all of JIHOU's troops right here. about to get sandwiched, so we'll see. And from the north side, 1123 is going down, gonna try to take out these Archons, and that is it for JIHOU. As soon as he saw the immense amount of Zerg troops, he just calls it quits. GG's out. He's like, can't do this. And that is it. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Nipa TV, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.